Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalys and today I will be telling you the 5 things I love and the 5 things I hate about New York City. Before I get into the video, I would like to say a couple things because I've been super active on my Instagram, but I haven't posted anything on my channel. But I would like to say a couple things just so we're on the same page here, okay? So, Black Lives Matter, point blank period. And if you believe otherwise, then I'm literally praying for you that one day you gain the knowledge and the wisdom to know what is right and what is wrong, because you obviously don't understand. I would literally I advise you to please read a book, learn about the history of America. And before I go further though, I do believe that all lives matter. But when people say all lives matter, not all lives are included. Black people are not included. People of color are not included. Only white people are included when people say all lives matter. All lives do not matter until Black Lives Matter. Period. That's it. Yes, I have been super vocal about this on my Instagram, especially when it comes to how Dominicans view themselves, them not viewing themselves as black. And I would like to make a whole separate video on that, but besides the point, I just want to mention a couple things that I have down. I have a couple resources, emails, petitions, donations posted below in a link that you can check out if you want to. I mean, I would advise you, and if you don't have the money to donate, I would post a couple videos where you can literally loop it and watch it and donate for free. I also have another resource for black people. Basically, I mean, you got to take care of your mental health right now. Yeah, I have a couple resources in regards to mental health and how to cope with things and how to deal with certain things that you have no control over at the moment. So I hope that those resources do help you. And yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest because I have a couple friends who don't get it. I mean, they're not my friends, but if we can disagree on a whole bunch of things, but the only thing we cannot disagree on is racism. I don't care if you support certain people. I mean, I do, but I don't care what your beliefs are. If you're super Christian, if you're this, if you're that, I don't care. But the one thing that I will not cross, I draw the line at, is racism and injustice and discrimination and prejudice. And I mean, it's a long list, but they're all rooted from racism. So if you don't have the same beliefs as me when it comes to racism, we're not friends. Okay, thank you. It has been super a super rough couple of weeks, dealing with all these things, the protests and the riots and the looting and all that stuff. And I just wanted to bring out something a little positive to kind of distract you, but not completely, because Black lives will always matter regardless of whether the trend has ended on Instagram or not. Black lives matter. So yeah, I just wanted to include that. But yeah, let's get on to the video, okay? So the 5 things I love and hate about New York City. For those who didn't know, I am from Brooklyn, New York. I was born, raised, and I'm still living in New York. I'm alternating from love and hate. You know how people use little flowers and do he loves me now, he loves me so, he loves me now, he loves me so. That's how I feel about New York, because I love New York, but then I also hate New York. So let's just get on to this damn video. Oh, and before I even start, let me just explain when I mean hate. I don't necessarily hate these things. These things just annoy the crap out of me, because hate is a really strong word, and I'm all about love, not hate, okay? Not hate, just love, okay? For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna say hate, but you know what I mean by hate, okay? I love how everything is so easily accessible. Literally, everything is walking distance for the most part. We have public transportation. We have corner stores, bodegas, as many people call them. And they're literally on every block. If you're hungry, go to the bodega. If you're thirsty, buy yourself a drink at the bodega. If you need a tampon, oh, I forgot my tampon at home, go to the bodega. If you want to play the lottery, the bodega. They literally have your back when it comes to literally anything and everything. So also the fact that there are so many opportunities as far as like career and jobs is also really nice. I hate public transportation, and I know I mentioned in number 1 that I love how transportation is so easily accessible. However, I don't know if it's the cheap person in me or what, but I feel like $2.75 is just a tad bit too much to run late all the time. So yeah, public transportation is something that really irks my nerves, especially when I'm already running late. Anyways, I love the vibe during the summer. Unfortunately, this summer has been canceled, semi-canceled, due to the pandemic. Please wear your mask, y'all. Please wear your mask. Thank you. The energy is super high. I feel like everyone's mood is better, you know, because everyone in New York has an attitude. But in the summer is a little different because, I don't know, there's vitamin D. Is it vitamin D or vitamin C? The sun brings out the happy in people. You know, I love Mr. Softee. I always get a vanilla cone with sprinkles. No, let me say that again. I get a vanilla cone with rainbow sprinkles. You see? Rainbow sprinkles, because I love rainbow sprinkles. My husband he put me on to the rainbow sprinkles. Because I would just, you know, be basic and just get, you know, vanilla cone. But he put me on to the rainbow sprinkles. You know, piraguas. I look forward to Shakespeare productions. They're free for the most part all around the city. Broadway at Bryant Park. I mean, this year is most definitely canceled. But, you know, those were the memories of the past. And hopefully in the future, when this whole thing is over, it'll return just like Broadway, you know, even though, yeah. I don't want to get into Broadway. Also, Pride, okay? Pride, you know, June is Pride Month or whatever. As you can see, I'm wearing my Proud shirt. You know, I'm also, you know, I also have my little candle. You know, it's a rainbow candle or whatever. There's a Pride candle. And I also have my nails. Oh, and my makeup is kind of in rainbow. But yeah, I love Pride. I've never been to a parade. This year, I was ready. I had my outfit ready, my nails ready, all that. And then this whole thing happened. And now it's canceled. Happy Pride Month, y'all. I hate how congested the city is. I mean, most people can agree to this and can attest to this. But, you know, the houses, the people, the cars, like everything is just so close. You know, it's super overwhelming, and sometimes you just want to have your space to yourself, but then you can't because there's like a person literally right there. Like right there on your face. So, you know, this pandemic, I live in New York City, yada yada yada. I've never seen the city so empty in my life. It looked like a dystopian society. Like literally it was super airy. Now I'm like more and more people are coming outside. But before, like it was scary. It was scary. An extremely rare sight in New York, okay? I mean, in my lifetime, this is my only time I've seen New York so empty. But, you know, everything is slowly opening back up. I love food. I mean, if you saw my first video, you know that I'm a carbaholic, okay? I literally, like, I love food. That's why I'm like this big or whatever. But like in a 1 mile radius, you can find Italian food, Chinese food, Korean food, Japanese food, Spanish food, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Mexican, like all in a 1 mile radius. Oh, I want to specifically mention pizza because not all pizzas are made equally. I remember when I went upstate for college or whatever, and I tried pizza. It was literally like, it tasted like cardboard, and the cheese tasted like plastic. I'm dragging it here, but it's not comparable to the pizza in New York City. And that's it. And my favorite pizzeria in New York City is called Original Pizza because their pizza is amazing. Amazing. But yeah, I love pizza. I hate gentrification. I'm just gonna leave it at that because it literally frustrates me so much that I can't even deal with it. Like, number 4, I love art. You literally see art everywhere, like within the architecture, art galleries, graffiti, museums, fashion, so many things. I love how creative people are in New York. Like every person I know for the most part is a creative being, and I just love being surrounded by just people who make art. Oh, and I love how people aren't afraid to be themselves. Like when you come to New York, you show your true colors. Okay, I'm sorry, the light changed. Anyways, so number 4, what I hate. Fourth one is traffic. If you live in New York, you know that New York City and cars do not mix at all. A drive that would normally take 15 minutes or 20 minutes can take you up to an hour and a half, which is ridiculous. And it's partially because people don't know how to drive. Like honestly, like licenses should be revoked and people should learn or take driving lessons again. It is ridiculous. Okay, ridiculous. Learn how to drive, people. My final love is entertainment. There's entertainment everywhere, whether it's through comedy shows, through like live street dancing and singing. Broadway, I mean, you know that I love Broadway. Like that's the form of entertainment here in New York. You can't find it anywhere else unless you're like in the West End, but even the West End is not comparable to Broadway. So Broadway. I also, as an actor, if you didn't know, I'm an actress here in New York City, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you actors probably do the same thing. I like to people watch, whether it's on the train. I haven't been doing much people watching because, you know, of this pandemic, but you know, one of my favorite hobbies is to people watch on the train and on the bus. And no, I'm not a stalker like Joe from You. I'm just a nosy bitch. It helps in bettering my craft. So number 5. So remember how I said like in number 2 or something how I love like the summer vibe because it makes people nicer. Well, during the winter months is the complete opposite because everyone is fucking rude. Anyways, people attitude, you know. And yes, I do partake in this because it's what builds character sometimes, not like in real life, and it helps build this protective wall against people. But either way, people are extremely rude and their parents really need to teach them about manners because people don't know how to say please, thank you, excuse me. All they like to do is shove. I can shove you right back. I'm not going to do that because I'm not a rude person, but you know what I mean? Like, parents, you need to do better. And no, I'm not a parent, so I can't judge the way that you teach your children, but damn, like, come on, please. Like, we need to work together or something because this is not working out. And no, I do say I am polite. I do say please, excuse me, thank you, and all that. And yes, I do have an attitude because if a person is staring at me, I'm going to stare at them right back with my big goggles. Because people like to refer to my glasses as goggles. But yeah, with my big ass goggles. So that is the end of my video. Those are the 5 things that I love and the 5 things, wait, that's 10. The 5 things I love and the 5 things I hate about New York. Thank you for watching to the end because, you know, this video is kind of long or whatever. In the comments below, tell me where you're from, what city you're from, and tell me what you love and hate about it. And no, I'm not going to stalk you, I promise. I just want to know just in case I decide to visit the city. Also, subscribe. I'm not forcing you to subscribe, but please subscribe. Please hit the like button. I don't mean like hit, you know, like don't injure yourself. Just like a little tap will suffice. Anyway, so thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.